Hey, what's up, guys? Okay, so I want to share something with you. And as you see, we are on the cat, dog, cat website here. And learned from our friend Brian Young that our YouTube algorithms pick up certain words. So we have to use a little bit of code words to keep our videos from being taken down. Even though we're reporting the truth, doesn't really matter. So you can go right here to the cat, dog, cat website. And to find this easily, because it's a very big website that is very hard to navigate through. So sometimes if you don't really know what you're doing, it's hard to navigate through. So what I did is I searched the words cat, dog, cat, and you know what I mean by that. Those words right there, and then the words shielding approach that you see right here, because this is what they have uh, in store for us. All right. Now, what the shielding approach in layman's terms basically means is it's the justification they're using to build isolation camps, internment camps. I said months ago when I started doing these videos that it's like a game of chess, and if you ever played chess before, corner your opponent and you do it in a manner that they do not see you cornering them. You do not want them to see it. By the time you got them cornered, and check. You put your piece in and say check. By the time they look around, they're surrounded. They got nowhere to go. That's a game of chess. And I said in the beginning, back in March or whatever it was, April, um, I said then that they're setting the pieces up, and I never imagined it would go this far. Which, as far as this going, that tells me that they've had this plan for quite a long time. All right, the shielding approach. So they're going to shield us from a disease that they can't prove exists, and you have a 100% chance of surviving. And how are they going to do that? They're going to put us into camps. Now, they're already announced that they're doing this in Canada, in Australia, somewhat in the United Kingdom. We've already announced this. What's strange is that we hear that the Middle East is so tyrannical, but I haven't heard anything about the Middle East doing anything like this. Um, who knows what they got going on over there? We haven't heard much about the Middle East unless something's happened I don't know about. You guys let me know. All right. So, what is the shielding approach? Well, aims to reduce the number of this computer's terrible of severe COVID-19 cases. There is no such thing. There's no such thing as a severe COVID-19 case. It does not exist. Supposedly, President Trump got the convids, and being overweight and in his 70s was never even sick. So if that's the illness we're supposed to be afraid of, you guys got to snap out of it. Okay. High risk individuals would be temporarily relocated to safe or green zones. Now, green zone is a military terminology. Okay. All right. Now, how long is temporary? According to Anthony Fauci, up to 2 years. Whenever you read any kind of government document, you have to realize when they say words like temporary, they are not using what you think temporary is. Temporary for them, at this point, they're saying a couple years. And if they're saying now a couple years, what they mean is 10 or 20. So relocated to green zones established at either the household, so either they are going to keep you in your household, neighborhood, or here's the big one, camp, isolation camp, internment camps. Those of you that are not aware, we have had internment camps built in the United States for many, many years. Uh, like I said, there used to be video footage you could find on YouTube, and you probably can't find it anymore. You can search it, but they have turned Walmart, a lot of closed down Walmarts have been turned into internment camps. And then there's video footage that I've seen recently, someone found in the desert, maybe in Nevada, I believe. I can't remember exactly. But they found human cages. And the reason why I know they're human cages is because there was toilets in them, like what you see in prisons. So they had this all set up. Make no mistake, they plan on doing this. Minimal contact with family. This is the government trying to keep you safe. The government is going to tell you that you will be separated from your children, your mother, father, your grandmother. They plan on being completely tyrannical here. Convid. Now remember, this website here, this same website that we are on, says there are no quantified isolates of convid currently available. Now, what they mean by that when they say no isolates, what they mean, okay, when you have a virus using Koch's postulates, as has been explained to us by Dr. Andrew Kaufman, if you would like it, Koch's postulates to be explained to you, research Dr. Andrew Kaufman, Koch's postulates. He will explain. Okay, so what scientists do when there's a new virus is they isolate and filter out the virus. They take it from the mucus and then they isolate it, they filter it out, and then once they isolate that virus and have it cornered, and I'm not a scientist, obviously. So once they have it, then they give it to test subjects, and test subjects have to get sick, and that's how they prove that a virus causes disease. Because according to Dr. Andrew Kaufman, we have trillions of viruses in our bodies all the time, and not all cause disease. So, well, when the Cat Dog Cat website says there are no quantified isolates of convid available, what they mean is that they never isolated the virus. So if you never isolate the virus and give it to a test subject to show that it causes disease, then how do you know that it causes disease? Well, the answer to that is simply you don't. This is all a big scam. Another thing that has been admitted by the Cat Dog Cat organization is that when we had the convid outbreak, uh, the flu and pneumonia cases dropped to zero. Well, how could that be? Did convid cure the flu? Did it cure pneumonia? No, it didn't. The flu and pneumonia cases were reported as convid. And this website here, the Cat Dog Cat website, also admits that they will not collect data for the influenza for the year 2020 and 2021. In other words, they are admitting that throughout this year and the next year, they're going to report all flu cases as convid. So here we go. Trying to speed up already at 9 minutes. So hard to cover everything quickly. I apologize. So this is what we want to look at. For this reason, okay, the shielding approach. This is what they're doesn't that sound nice? The shielding approach. They're going to keep us safe. Suggest physically separating. When they say that, they mean they plan to use force. Okay, priority resource implementing long. Oh, it actually says long term here. Long term containment. Didn't mean to highlight all that. Long-term containment measures among the general population. So they plan to basically, in us laming terms, they plan to come and take us and stick us into camps. You guys can look. I really suggest that you guys look this document up for yourselves and read over it because there could be many things here that I missed. Okay, I'm just going over this quickly. So um, I might have missed something. So please look this over yourself. And if I missed anything, and I'm sure that I did, you guys can go over it and see for yourself. And again, how you find that is you look up the cat dog cat organization and the word shielding approach, and it will take you right to this document. So camp, isolation camps. Now, this is a little bit of a lie. I think it will start like this: a group of shelters such as uh, schools, uh, community buildings. I think that's how they plan on starting it. But we know that uh, if you give Gov an inch, they will take a light year because this whole thing started was supposed to be 2 weeks to slow the spread. That's how this whole infringement started. Here we are. What is it now? Like 8 months into this, and they haven't slowed down yet. They got their foot heavy on the pedal, and they're just driving us straight into complete domination. So, all right, so you guys can take a look at this yourselves. I got another document I want to show you. This is the second time that I've done this video because I did not know that the screen share that I use, which is actually not that great of a screen share, if I search, if I don't have another window ready here already, and I exit out and search something, it'll end my video. Well, I didn't know that. So this is an article here. If you search cat, dog, cat, no quantified isolates of cove available, you'll find this article here. You'll also find articles by mainstream uh, outlets that will tell you that this is not true. It's conspiracy theory. Hey, the best way I can explain this to you is I explain to many young people. You know, my children are adults, so they have friends that are young adults. And so, how the way that I explain it to them is that all powerful entities are always lying to you. The cat, dog, cat, the whisker, hotel, Oscar. I'm still in Brian Young's terminology, uh, which is the W dot 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 H dot 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 O. So, uh, federal gov, state gov, they're always lying to you. Now, do I think that every individual within these organizations is corrupt and lying? No, I like to think that that isn't true. But here you are here in their own documents. Okay, now this is from the CDC. Their own documents state no, this is from the CDC. Sorry. No quantified virus isolates of 2019 are currently available. Okay, here you see here, admitted, admitted by the CDC. Shit, the cat, dog, cat. Here, that right there is a very important statement. How can we be sure of what is being determined as the convids? Well, it has been admitted by individuals working for these health uh, organizations that basically anything, a cough, a sneeze, anything is convid. Hey, there you go. No one has an isolated specimen of the convid virus. No one. Therefore, as it says here, therefore, no one has proved that it exists. Now, we have been taught throughout our lives through schooling, indoctrination, which I was never. I kicked out of two schools when I was younger because I just never obeyed authority, and maybe that means I'm smart. School system says that means that I'm stupid. Maybe that means that I'm smart. Authorities are always lying to you. They'll never tell you the truth. I think I have a mind that recognizes truth and just hates deception. And a lot of people would probably call me a conspiracy theorist. And if you ask me if I'm a conspiracy theorist, I'll look you in the face and say, yes, I am. I absolutely am. And I say that proudly because I think that that means that I'm a critical thinker. If you think, well, let's break those words down. Conspiracy theory. Okay. What's a conspiracy? Individuals conspiring against you to commit a crime. If you think that doesn't happen, well, I don't know what world you're living in. Now, what is a theory? It's a theory of how the conspiracy is taking place. So you take evidence that you can see and you put that evidence together and try to figure out how this conspiracy is occurring. Now, detectives, let's put this in a local uh, ideology. Okay, you have detectives that solve crimes. Every single time a detective solves a crime, they conduct a conspiracy theory. They put together a conspiracy theory, and that's how they solve crimes. That makes sense, doesn't it? Powerful entities are always conspiring against you, always, and they will always conspire against you. It will never stop. So this video has gone on for 18 minutes, it looks like, which is far longer than I imagine anyone would ever want to listen to me. So if you have watched for this far, I appreciate it. Uh, I would ask that you guys look these documents up for yourself and read them for yourself, come to your own conclusion. Just giving my opinion and my thoughts on it. You don't agree, well, I guess that is perfectly fine. However, I think that what's happening here, it's not going to slow down. It's not going to stop. This has been planned for a long time, and they are going to use police officers, order followers, mindless order followers, to implement their their plan here. And so, I'm not going to tell you what the problem is without giving a solution. I'm going to give the solution that I have, and it's the same one that I've been repeating for the last 7 months. Now, I am an anarchist. You see that behind me, which anarchy means without rulers. I believe that we should live in a society without rulers. Now, my description of anarchy is the founding fathers of the United States were anarchists. That is what they were. And they attempted to form a government without rulers. They attempted to form a government, a society. They attempted to put it in writing. that there would be no rulers among us, that we would rule ourselves, a government for the people, by the people. And you don't have to agree with that terminology, but that is what I believe that anarchy is. So they wrote a constitution, and I think, look, just like a chess game, they have us cornered. We need a strategy. Okay. So the strategy that I have in mind is constitutional militias as given the idea to us by the founding fathers that we should have constitutional militias. They told us that when they founded this country. Constitutional militias in every county. This is how widespread we need it. In every county across this land. And the citizens should arrest all those that violate their oath to the Constitution as committing treason. And that includes police officers. If they violate their oath to the Constitution, they have committed treason. And we need to remind our police officers of that oath that they have taken. They took an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And our police officers need to stand with us. Our military needs to stand with us. And if we have the Constitution as our root of our revolution, freedom as the root of our revolution, then our revolution will be rooted in morality, and people will stand with what is moral. The civil rights movement took 14 years and 200,000 people to do what was constitutionally protected and morally right. So we have a long fight ahead of us. Stand with your... I'm sorry. I'm a little tired here. It's early. It's 4:20 in the morning. Love your country, not your government. Stand with your countrymen against this tyranny. Anarchy is freedom.